Welcome to Science Tree channel. Today's topic is evaporation from class 9th, chapter number 5. The word evaporation means to evaporate something. And in this lecture, we will discuss evaporation with lots of examples from our daily life. So let's start the topic. Have you ever wondered that why clothes hanged in a sunny day dried up earlier than as compared to the clothes hanged in a cloudy day? Yes, that is because of evaporation. Evaporation takes place faster with high temperature, and definitely in a sunny day, sun is giving continuously heat, and that heat causes water from the clothes to move out in the form of vapors. While in case of cloudy day, sun is not that much exposed, so that's why the water from the clothes will move out slowly than as compared to the sunny day. Similarly, clothes hanged in a straight manner will dry up earlier than as compared to the clothes hanged in a crushed manner, because if the clothes are hanged in a straight manner, they will more exposed to the sun, or we can say that the surface area will increase, and that will cause more water molecules to convert into vapors. That is known as evaporation. Conversion of water molecules into vapors is known as evaporation. Thank God that water vapor is evaporating from the water bodies, because that's why we get the rain. These vapors move into the atmosphere, change into clouds, and come to us in the form of rain. Evaporation is taking place at all temperatures, and it is a surface phenomena. Let's discuss how. Sun is giving heat to water bodies, and water in the oceans get warm, evaporated in the form of water vapors. Increasing the temperature will increase the evaporation, because kinetic energy of the molecules will increase by increasing the temperature. As we all know, when we give more energy to the water molecules, its kinetic energy, its motion increases. And here, energy is given in the form of heat by sun. So that's why by increasing the heat energy, the water molecules get more faster in their movements, and they will evaporate, rising up in the atmosphere and giving us rain. Always remember that there is a difference between boiling and evaporation. In boiling, the water have to reach its boiling point, while in case of evaporation, evaporation takes place at all temperatures. You can see boiling is a bulk phenomena. All the molecules present in the water are trying to move out in the form of vapors. Boiling point achieves when the vapor pressure of the liquid equals to the pressure in its surrounding. But in case of evaporation, it's a surface phenomena. Now, it's your time. Can you tell me that what is the similarity between evaporation and boiling? Yes, you are right. In both cases, liquid is changing into vapor phase. So how boiling and evaporation are different from each other? Always remember, boiling needs higher temperature than evaporation. Boiling occurs at its boiling point. Boiling takes place at 100 degree, and without reaching this temperature, water is not able to boil, while evaporation takes place at all temperatures, at any time. In the presence of sun, water molecules are escaping in the form of vapors and moving into the atmosphere. But in case of boiling, more water molecules are changing into vapors. Why? Due to high temperature. While in case of evaporation, as it is only a surface phenomena, most of the heat is taken by only the surface molecules. So definitely less molecules are moving out in the form of vapors in case of evaporation. But evaporation is a continuous process. So we can say that boiling is a bulk phenomena, while evaporation is a surface phenomena. In case of boiling, all the molecules are trying to change into vapors because they reach their boiling point and they get kinetic energy equally distributed in all molecules. While in case of evaporation, surface molecules have more energy than as compared to inner molecules, and these molecules are trying to move out in the form of vapors and going into the atmosphere. Let's memorize these points. Evaporation needs slower temperature and a surface phenomena, while boiling needs high temperature and a bulk phenomena. Evaporation causes cooling and a slow process. Boiling does not cause cooling and it's a faster process. In the next slides, we will going to discuss that how evaporation causes cooling. Here are some examples of evaporation from everyday life. These water bodies are evaporating water molecules regularly at all temperatures. And we know that this evaporation is very important for us so that we are able to get rains. Cooling down a hot tea. As we know that tea in a cup having less surface area cool down slowly than as compared to the tea in a cup having more surface area. It means that evaporation is a surface phenomena. Having more surface, more molecules on the surface will evaporate. Working of a pressure cooker in our daily life is also an evaporation phenomena. We know that high pressure inside the pressure cooker causes water molecules to convert into vapors. This is what cross section of skin. In summers, we get lots of sweat. And here is a very important question. Why evaporation cause cooling? Now, when active, the body temperature rises, causing sweat glands to secrete sweat to the skin surface. Always remember, this sweating does not cause cooling. Cooling occurs when the sweat evaporates from the skin surface. As these sweat molecules are high energy molecules. It takes away the heat and lowers the body temperature. Evaporated sweat escapes through ascending air currents. New cold air flows into further, reduces body temperature. Ironing of clothes is also an example of evaporation from daily life. When we used to iron a little wet cloth, the water molecules present in the cloth move out in the form of vapors due to the heat given by iron. So in this way, we have lots of examples of evaporation from our daily life. Thank you so much. For more videos, keep watching.